So far, I've looked at all the ways to get single lines into Dorico, and a little bit on MIDI recording, but I haven't talked about putting chords in. I'm going to talk about three tools I use all the time: lock to duration, chord mode, and the intervals popover. I've got the start of a tune here, and I want to repeat this, but with different pitches. So I'm going to select the first bar, shift-click the second bar, and hit R to repeat. Now, if I just wanted this to go up or down, I could use Alt and the up and down arrow keys to do that. Or I could move chromatically with Alt and Shift and the arrow keys to do that. But in this case, I want a completely different melody for this second half. So I'm going to hit Shift-N to bring up the caret, and then I'm going to hit L, or you can click the padlock in the left panel. See how the caret has become a dashed line. Now I'm just going to retype C, B, A, G, and of course if you've got a MIDI keyboard you can play chords. So what about if you don't have a MIDI keyboard but you still want to put in chords? If I'm in an empty bar, like this one on the bass stave, I can get the caret there and then hit Q, which turns on chord mode, or you can click the icon in the left panel, and notice here the caret has a plus next to it. And then I can just type my rhythm as usual, so I'm going to go 6, and I'm going to type C, E, G. There are two things to spot here. The first is that the chord stacks from bottom to top. I typed C, E, G. And the second is that the caret won't move until I hit space. I'm going to put in a B. I could actually click in pitches with the mouse. If I really wanted, I just find it slow. Then again I'm going to hit space. Now I want a half note, so I'm going to type 7. Let's say you want to stack in the opposite direction. Here I'm going to put in the top note first. And then to put in notes below, I'm going to type Control and the pitch. Control E, Control C. On Windows you need Control Alt to stack downwards. So why am I doing one tutorial on both lock to duration and chord mode? If I've already got a tune, like here, and I want to thicken it out and turn it into chords, I find that the best method is to combine chord mode with lock to duration. So I've already got chord mode on. I'm going to hit L to turn on lock to duration, and then I'm just going to type my pitches. The benefit of doing it this way is that each time you hit space, the caret will move to the existing note, regardless of whether the rhythm is changing or not. You don't have to type the rhythm yourself. Both Q and L are toggles, so you can just type Q again and L again to get you back into regular note input mode. Another way of getting chords in quickly is to use the intervals popover, which is Shift-I. Popovers are a quick way to access pretty much anything in the right panel, but Shift-I is a bit of a hidden secret because it doesn't have an icon. So select your music, you don't need the caret for this, then type Shift-I, then put in the interval you want and hit Enter. You can put in multiple intervals at once, separated by a comma. You can also put in negative numbers to give you intervals below, and you can get really specific about the kind of intervals you want. So for instance, if I put in -3, that'll give me a diatonic third below, and A for augmented 4, that'll give me an augmented fourth above. For most of what I do, I prefer chord mode, but Shift-I is really useful for adding quick octaves like this. Now on to working with multiple voices.